online, Gabby was murdered. There are police officers that are aware she was murdered, and they know who did it. The butterfly and the angel wings are a sign of the Illuminati killing somebody and sending them to heaven. I know because I was Illuminati for about a year and a half when I made Trump president. You know Kellyanne Conway, his name wasn't on the ballot. And after finding out what I found out today, they own all the police departments. I understand why the police do what they do. When they pass by me or they don't want to look at me, being their vehicles face the other way or they shine the light a different direction, or they don't want to be around me, and they drive past me, or they're on the opposite side of the road, or act strange when they're in front of me. I got plenty of those recordings. When it comes to my 2 court cases, the first one I was set up. They backdated everything on Google. They even changed laws, saying they were law. Took me into traffic court twice to prolong the court case, as they didn't want to prosecute me because there's no such law with what was happening to me in Chesapeake, Virginia. They don't want me to be able to defend myself, so they don't want me to have a firearm. So they made up fake medical documents for me. Because if you call out the Illuminati and say Illuminati or what they're doing to you, they have to say you're crazy. That's the going thing. Now that war has changed, where they have weaponized space with drones, and they can hit you with energy weapons, different types, many different kinds. And I've been being tortured by that for about a year now. But I've been being targeted, harassed. I wouldn't say torture for 5 or 6 years, but since Trump won the election, flattered at first. Everything I said, everything I typed up, not written down, but on a computer, was digitally stolen, and they used everything that I said to do and things that I was saying, changed some words around. Trump was speaking it. They were saying it on TV, but they weren't applying any of it. It's no longer the United States of America anymore. You can't call 911 and ask for help if the individuals that are controlling them are evil. And that's what's happened. The Illuminati has taken over the country, if you believe it or not. And they can use such weaponry where you can't prove it. And if you are aware that you're being attacked by weaponry, such as energy weapons, from above or around you, the individuals that will show up are ones that will say you're crazy. If I poke you, or I hit you, or something falls on you, can you feel it? So if you're getting hit with things and you see things in front of you, like particle bullets, and things burning up your body, and dark energy beams such as 4 feet around going in front of you and hitting you in your head, who do you turn to if they own the police departments? And if you call and ask for help, they don't even want to show up and have a conversation with you. And the ones that are due are paid and bought, and or they're threatened to not help you. There's nothing you can do at that point. Gabby was murdered, and they know what happened to her. Because when you lie, when people lie, collectively, too many people, there's too many holes in the lies. Meaning things won't make sense if you can remember everything that's being said. So being the recording that the police officer made seems like something for a reality TV show, and it was too professionally done, is a red flag to me. Along with many other red flags that were said during the recording, and then what came after. And I'm aware how the Illuminati works. Because if it wasn't for me, the sad thing is they wouldn't be in as much powers that they're in right now. I got them into the White House. I got them into the government. They racketeered me and started writing books. And it all came from me, and I can prove it, but it doesn't matter. Because they've taken over any type of help an individual would need in government of law so you can protect yourself. I feel bad for the children. It does say in scripture usually the fourth generation rises up, kills the generation before them. And we're on the fourth generation. And I understand what's going to happen. If you Google the future USA map, you can see the country, the new map. There's a river that rises in the middle. Things are destroyed across the country, and there's a new island that rises up near the Bermuda Triangle. Something type of catastrophe has to happen. When it comes to my court cases, my first one in Chesapeake, like I was saying, I'm innocent. They don't want me having a firearm to protect myself. This other one is actually a funny one of what's happening to me. Summer has a chip in her head. A chip. And she's controlled. I know when somebody's speaking out of somebody's head. You can hear it. There's like a microphone in their head. And I can hear it. And I spent 1.8 years with her thinking I'm protecting her. But you can't protect somebody that's being manipulated by a controller. So there's not much I can do for her. Can't protect her, being that she's not aware of what she's doing 70, 80, 90% of the time, and when she is, all she does is cry. Because as I said, there's chip bots where they take out a part of your hemisphere of your brain and put a gear and a chip in your head, and there's chips where they don't per se control you, but they hook a chip to your brain. So what are you supposed to do when it comes to people being around you that look like they're human and they're acting nice and they're actually pure evil? What can you do? Not much you can do. And I'm being tortured by drones. Oh, and by the way, there is a devil. There is a devil. The word sadist came from people being like Satan. If you knew his personality, he acts like a child, but he's that child that will take the hammer and smash the hamster with it. Things that are funny to him is your suffering. The pain that you're in, the more you cry, the more he enjoys it. That's what a Satanist is. And the Illuminati are just like him. And they don't care about any of you. The women, they whoremonger them. You understand? So your children, your little girls, being they've taken over pretty much the whole country, maybe even the continent, your little girls are going to be dog walkers or receipts. And they're going to be whored around. And the fact that they can manipulate people in their brain by different ways, you don't even get privacy of thought. You don't even get to think for yourself because they can manipulate you. They can put hindrances on your brain. I feel sorry for the children. I'm almost 40. My life got taken away from me when I was about 35. So I got to live a life, per se. I did. But your children, they're not going to get the United States of America that once was prior to 5 or 6 years ago. Where you can walk into somebody and bump into them randomly, laugh with them, they become your friend. You don't get to do that anymore. It's not like that. My feet and my hands and my body's been being destroyed for about 1 year to 2 years now. They've been torturing me for about that long. Harassing me, defaming me, they've been doing since 2011. Prior to that, I didn't know I was intelligent, as I found out that I was when I went to Fort Lewis Army Base in Washington. That's when they flagged me when I was about 18 years old. Too intelligent. So what they do is they then follow you around everywhere. Watch everything that you're doing. Read everything that you're saying on the internet. And watch you. And then nowadays, they follow you around with a drone. And the different types of weaponries they have for drones now. How can you hide from something that can go through concrete and steel and hit you with an energy that can destroy your brain, destroy your face, destroy your body, your hands, even attack your heart, even your private part? They can heat up from a good distance. What are you supposed to do? They got a drip that goes from the size of a raindrop to the size of a golf ball to a softball. That dematerializes the muscle, softens it, and destroys the nerves. I've been hit with between, I would say, at least a dozen different types. Every day, all day, even when I'm sleeping. They torture me. Because they said, there's one thing I know, if you can't help yourself, you can't help anybody at all. Nobody likes the holy roller. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not okay with the warmongering. I apologize for that. I don't take pleasure in other people's suffering. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know what empathy is, sympathy. I understand that. If you're crying and you're suffering, it can make me cry too. Not in enjoyment, but I can feel what you're feeling. And if I can help you, I would, so you don't suffer. These individuals, if they cry, they want you to suffer worse because it's sexual gratification for them. You understand? Your suffering is sexual gratification for the Illuminati. Gabby was obviously murdered. Saying that obviously she was murdered, but they can figure out that case within 24 hours, 72 hours at the most, since the time her body was found. Investigations, given the type, are the same type of wheel to solve who did it almost every time. And if it's getting dragged out this long, obviously people are covering things up. I don't speak as good as I used to, but I've been being tortured for 2 years, and I'm being tortured right now while I'm recording this. Hand to God. I'm being tortured right now, getting hit in the ankle with an energy bullet, and I can feel my ankle popping, and I'm aware that I'm being